Um, when Tony Morris wears a tight pantsuit, I think your album will go platinum. So my name is Javier Ortiz, and I was raised a Jehovah's Witness, and I left in 2013. I took it pretty seriously. Um, I served as a ministerial servant for several years. I tried to raise my family as Jehovah's Witnesses. My wife and I tried to raise our two daughters as Jehovah's Witnesses. The reason I stopped being a Jehovah's Witness officially, had to do with the child sexual abuse court cases specifically. Um, I had been following the Candace Conti trial, and then just reading online and doing research on the subject matter. And then I discovered that there were members of my family that had been victims of abuse, and that kind of pushed me out the door when I saw that I felt that it wasn't being handled the right way. My wife knew that I was working on this film and what I was doing and why I was doing it, but my family started reaching out to her, and the word apostate comes up, and as a Jehovah's Witness, that's a trigger word. That inspires fear and loathing, and um, I'm sure it wasn't easy for my wife to hear from Jehovah's Witnesses that her husband is an apostate. She didn't want to associate that with her husband, and so aside from that, they were messaging my wife and offering her assistance if she needed to leave me, or we're here for you. You need to be more loyal to Jehovah and to his organization than to your own husband, and making it easier for her to choose to leave me. Aside from that, they were messaging me and telling me, you're a disgrace basically, and you're dead to us. Like I was doing some horrible thing. Well, my hope for this documentary is that we get a wide audience, that a lot of people see this, and that we can connect viewers to the experiences of the people that we're featuring in this film, and that there's a human connection, because I think that will inspire people to act. At the beginning, when I started this project, my motives were selfish in the sense that my family was still in the organization, and I was like, I wanted to make something that they would see and force them to think, because I knew at the time they would never sit down with me and over drinks and that we could have these discussions. But I thought in my head, if I can make something that a wide audience of people could see, maybe they would see it, and then that would, so it was selfish. But as I started doing the work, I started to realize that my experience was not unique, and that there were a lot of people that can't do that. They can't talk to their families, and they can't reach out, and they can't tell them about what they believe, and they can't find help for their trauma. And so now it has become kind of like a cause. If I had a message for the governing body, it would be, come down. Like, you don't think you are, but you're disconnected from the data, the rank and file Jehovah's Witness who has to go to work every day, who has to pay a mortgage and pay the rent and pay bills. You're disconnected from that. You're not, the doctrine and the rules that you impose on Jehovah's Witnesses they're not an equal burden. Tony Morris is talking about tight pants. Tony Morris doesn't pay for his suits. So, Tony Morris doesn't go to work in an office in Manhattan, and he doesn't have to worry who's going to pay his electrical bill, right? So it's easy for him to just talk about tight pants, but we don't worry about that. We have to worry about, all the everyday concerns of life.
Do you have a message for the followers on our Facebook page?
For the followers, we didn't do that just now? That wasn't for Facebook? What we just
Just come on.
Oh, okay. Um,
Get your shit together.
for our Facebook followers, I say thank you for following us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for continuing to support us. We will certainly need more support going forward, but we're doing this for all of us, for all of the all the Jehovah's Witnesses that are on the fence and don't have a voice, all of the Jehovah's Witnesses who have left and have experienced some kind of trauma and have never been able to voice it. I hope that at that level, we feel that there's a union between us. But I wish we could do more than just this. But this is a first step. So thank you for supporting us. Please stay with us. Reach out to us, talk to us, send us messages. We try to get back to everyone that has sent us a message, and we certainly read the messages that we get on Facebook and Twitter, and we're engaged. But we hope you feel that we are you and you are us, and hopefully that comes across in the work that we do.